You get lost in your imperfections. You get lost in the things you want. But if you slow down for just 1 second, you might feel way better than you thought. And if you took a second to breathe, took a minute to cry, well, maybe you would see that all this time I've been right here. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Maybe we could go and find a view if we need some entertainment. But we don't have to hurry, cause our conversation's always entertaining. And if you just want me to listen, I can do that too. Because all that I can do for you, I'll do. Oh yeah, baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now.
We made it.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm glad to start off not talking to myself here. I just have to tell you, I do love that. I appreciate you guys coming early, and yeah, we're glad to have you. Thank you for coming to the sTEaD Talks live stream, the live stream where we talk about all things off-grid living, homesteading, life, love, pursuit of happiness,
Liberty
as well
and
as
justice
food,
for all.
and justice for all, as well as food. This evening, we have a charcuterie board with a small hatchet and crackers, and we're eating a fine smoked Gouda cheese. You think it's Gouda. It's not pronounced Gouda, not by the Dutch at least. It's pronounced Gouda, which I think is pretty amazing. This particular cheese is amazing. And so we're going to be snacking on that throughout the live stream just because. Mm-hmm. Because my audio engineer wife knows how great that is for the microphone. But if you can't beat him, join him. So I'm gonna eat cheese and crackers with her.
As you should.
As you should.
As you should.
And as you should as well. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta go. You gotta go with the Gouda. Gouda cheese. It's good. Let's say hello to everybody. We got
do it.
Hans in here. What's happening?
Hello, Hans.
Howdy, howdy. Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. And then we got
Welcome.
Almost Homesteading with Janet.
Janet, what's up?
Hey, hey. Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Definitely.
And had a blast on your live stream with Maureen Washington earlier in the week. That was a ton of fun.
It was super fun.
Yep. Talking about compost. Phenomenal.
That's what plants love.
It's what plants want. It's got electrolytes. Hello, Michelle. How you doing?
Hello.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. And Doris.
Doris.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Welcome.
And let's see. James Myers is here as well.
James, what's up?
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. It was actually nice to finally talk to you as well.
Yes.
This week. That was fantastic. There's also God's Desire for Me, but I can't bring the comment up saying hello. But hello and welcome to our sTEaD Talk. Thank you so much. We have a very interesting one tonight. One, probably not going to be what anybody thinks. If you have any expectations, remember our goal is to fulfill your expectations so long as your expectation is to leave this live stream with a distinct feeling of meh. Then we know we did it.
Yeah.
We know we did it.
Like.
We did it right.
Yes.
You know.
We will not disappoint.
We will not disappoint if that's your expectation. I promise. Hans, twinning with Nicole with them overalls. See? It's the... Wait. Liberty.
I can't help but think of the Liberty Bibbity.
Liberty Bibbity. Almost a ooh fancy. Yeah, we got that fancy cheese tonight. Hans, damn, now I'm hungry. You know, we encourage people to bring snacks. You know, bring snacks. We don't have a concession stand yet, but when we do, it'll probably be overpriced. So, there's God's Desire for Me. Love me some Gouda cheese. Did you know that that's how it's pronounced? I want to know. Gardening Warrior, what's happening?
up?
And welcome to our sTEaD Talk. Listening and working. Hello, all.
Hello.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Sorry.
Right? It's good. It's good. We'll do a quick
try.
mukbang. Here's a quick mukbang. Microphone. Go ahead and chew.
No.
No
This is
mukbang.
not ASMR.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. All right.
No. I'll have some cheese instead. It's less crunchy.
Yeah. Oh, look at somebody commented mukbangs or something like that where people just watch you eat. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it.
Yeah. I can't.
Diva in the Dirt.
Maureen.
Maureen Washington, thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Hello.
Diva in the Dirt is here to hang with y'all. Well,
Nice.
I'm super excited about that because I really need your expertise on this particular live stream, which we'll get into in a little bit. And I'm really excited about it. Also, Carrie started the poo-poo tea container,
tea.
the compost tea container out in the garden.
Yep.
And so...
And tomorrow I'm going to do so much weeding. We have this one weed that's awful.
it is an awful
It's
weed.
a Minzy fiddleneck. And it's
Minzy
basically
fiddleneck.
just a complete sticker plant, like little tiny.
Interesting aside, that was my nickname in high school. And Diva always comes with the best practices. Let's all click the thumbs up button and show this amazing family our love. I appreciate that. Thank you so much,
here?
Maureen. Heck yeah, you can put that there,
Okay.
right in front of me.
Right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gardening Warrior. Okay, back to listening and lurking. Well, good. We're glad to have you.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's production right there.
That is
Being
production.
productive.
Mm-hmm. Not at all. Well, now you know, right? And Diva did know. She's very well traveled, though. I would have expected. And Hans is now making popcorn. Okay, good.
Good call.
We got you guys all set up for
I
that.
thought about making popcorn, but I thought that might be a little too loud. You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So there's a couple things that I want to get into. First, Doris also started making the poo-poo tea. Also, and it is all Diva in the Dirt that got us all hooked, right?
High 5.
Yeah,
Group
go Maureen.
hug. Yes. Oh, I'm very excited.
Yeah, and all those weeds that you're going to pull tomorrow go right into it, yeah?
All of them, yeah.
Boom.
Yep, I've got water in there. I've already got some stuff I pulled this in there, and I'm looking forward to filling it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first thing I want to get into is that we have introduced the ducks to the chickens. And what have you, like, tell us a little bit about this.
It's delightful. First introduction was the chickens in sort of this really gigantic dog cage is inside of there, just because our first day of like, hey, let's see how the chickens interact with the ducks. One chicken in particular wanted to just attack it.
And why do you think that was?
Big time.
You had a theory.
I do have a theory.
You have a theory.
This particular chicken is like, it is the sweetest of all of them. Like, it like just is like, hi, whenever I go in. They all are, but this one's like really gentle and at the bottom of the pecking order. So I was like, bottom of the pecking order chicken, I think it was letting that one know, hey, I'm on top of you here. So that being the case, we're like, okay, well, we'll just have them in this, in this big thing inside their coop for now so that the chickens can get a little bit more friendly with them and used to them. So today I open the door and let them just kind of roam, just for a long time, for most of the day. But I brought one out, bigger Peking duck. And boy, was this thing ever excited about this, their little water thing that I have out there. And for the most part, in fact, no ducks were harmed in this experiment or introduction, I should say, with the chickens. So I was pretty glad.
Yeah.
I was pretty glad. One of them actually figured out how to go, they can go out at any time they want because the thing is open for the ramp for the chickens to go in and out. And they don't mind just walking right through them. They're just like, hey, you're sitting at the door. I'm going in now. But one duck did walk down while I was out there and was just like the happiest. It's just like, oh, there's a pool of water here and warmth and sun, and just they were both just jumping in, and they walked back up when they were ready. Well, one of them did. I had to, I'm like, okay, this is where you need to go. But it was very fun. Yeah.
It's amazing.
But none of them have walked out since. I keep checking on them, and they're all in there.
I saw when we were doing our TikTok live, I looked over and I saw one of their heads just stuck out the door, yeah. And it was like a whole new world.
And they're looking out of their
yeah.
Their little thing, do I wanna?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I'm interested in this pecking order issue. Would you say that speckled Sussex chicken was letting the duck know there's a new bottom in town? Although that didn't come out right. Reverse that.
Definitely was, I think.
I think that's what's happening.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Letting the...
Stay in your lane, duck.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I have something to be above.
Yeah.
I'll show you. Stay off my lawn.
Yeah. So that's really exciting that now they're starting to one, they're not in the house anymore, and because ducks stink.
So smelly.
They're so smelly. It's crazy. They poop more than anything I've ever seen, and we have twin boys.
It's true.
They poop a lot.
So much.
It's.
I have to more bedding and change their bedding every day.
Yeah, but it does give me a chance to segue perfectly.
the mic on while that thing goes?
It's not. No, I'm glad, because then you'd have to be like, sorry for cussing. It's a family show. Oh, yeah. So it's the little things that make life all worth it. And this video that I have to share with you is a little thing, but it's actually kind of a big thing. And unfortunately, for some reason, OBS does not want to show this video in the correct orientation, so it's sideways. But for whatever, it still works in my opinion. So I'm hoping that that you get a kick out of this. They all seem to really have things to say today. What do you say there, Merlin boy? So, the thing about this, right? Usually, Merlin is just running around the outside of the coop and like waiting for one of them to stick their head or some part of their body through the fence so that he can smell them with his teeth. But this week, Merlin has finally made friends. And like is having conversations and stuff with the chickens, which is a big step for Merlin.
It's a big step.
It's a big step. He didn't just immediately want to like scratch at it or try and climb over the fence or whatever it is that he does, because he has a pretty intense prey drive, and he just, like I said, wants to smell them with his teeth every single day. So you know, when one of your kids makes friends with another kid, it's definitely one of the little things that makes it all worth it. And I can't tell you how much joy I get showing you guys that particular intro for the segment and feeling Carrie's disdain for it, even though I love her so much. Let's see what the chat has to say about this little thing. Oh, Maureen loves popcorn. Hans has to make enough for everybody, or Hans. Let's see, almost homesteading with Janet. Yeah, you got to definitely get the tea going, because it takes a little while, you know, but hello, Merlin. This is your your 15 seconds of fame. It's because you've got the cheese in your lap. He's like, I like Howda cheese. You know. They hadn't met yet. No, they've met. We just do everything we possibly can to keep them. You got to keep them separated. Now, we're not going to go so far as to let Merlin in the hen house, because he will definitely smell them with his teeth.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Nicole says, Hans did get up and get popcorn. I'd rather have the Howda. Right?
Merlin.
Hey, Merlin. You did this in our other live, too. There's no place over there for you to stand. I'm gonna hold on to this.
Come on.
Yeah. I know. We love you, buddy. We do. Here, you can have some of the cheese rind.
You come here. Come on. I know, you're so big. You can barely make the turn. No, come here. Come on.
This is like when that boat got stuck in the Panama Canal.
Go get it.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh my gosh, Merlin.
For such a graceful dog, you're such a klutz sometimes. Thank you.
No, keep going.
It's the best part of a live stream is Merlin usually.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Nice. He robbed our teenager's popcorn supply. Merlin, you got to go out. You can't be in here doing that, buddy. I love you so much, but you got to go out.
Come here.
Hans, man, I've looked at 4 properties in the last 2 weeks, and all were trash. I understand. It's, this is a great way to practice persistence, really. You just have to persist through the barriers from the physical universe. I think Maureen got a laugh out of it. Did you hear Merlin actually talking to the chickens? He's like, "Bow, row, 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 row." Yeah, ducks are so poopy. It's crazy. That's like crazy with the poop. Right? You laugh every time it plays. I think it personally, I feel like it's some of my best work.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Merlin's getting them all riled up. Yep, he does. He does, and he did there. But really, my takeaway from it, because the way he usually does that is chases them from one side to the other, and they get all like, ah. He was having a conversation. I feel like he was negotiating peace with them.
That was good.
It was.
Yeah.
He was negotiating peace.
It's very good.
Right?
Yeah.
And, like Janet says, oh my gosh, Merlin teaching the chickens how to bark. That's right.
Oh man, that is funny.
Yeah, and James caught that too, right?
Oh, that's great.
It's funny, speaking of, the ducks are starting to make more duck-like noises instead of like tweet, 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 tweet. It's like, and soon it'll be, and then after that it'll be like,
I'd like to hear you do the same thing for the geese.
It'll be like, wait.
That was very good.
You're welcome. He learned how to greet other animals without using his teeth. That's exactly right. Good job, Merlin.
Mm-hmm.
He gets all the love for today.
Yeah, he did super good, especially even with the ducks earlier.
Yeah, that's amazing because keeping him away, like he would sit right in front of when the big enclosure was in the house, he would sit right in front of it and just be like.
Yeah, we had to put reinforce the outside with hard wire cloth, and then some wood in front so the birds couldn't stick their heads out and meet Merlin, which worked very well. But he did so good today.
He did so good. I'm so proud of him. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy, Merlin.
You leave down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicole, I think my Frenchies would also be the smell the chickens with their teeth type. It's common. Let me tell you. We always tell Merlin, "You're such a good dog, but you're the worst farm dog, but you're such a good dog."
So good.
Yeah.
Just that high prey drive. It's just instinctually there, and
Mm-hmm.
none of us want to be mad at him. So.
We don't.
Yeah.
We
just
don't.
make sure we have very strong barriers.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Yep, what's with these homies dissing my girl? That's right. Merlin! He's always the star of the show. You should have seen him. I had nachos in front of me. Homemade nachos. They were bomb and amazing.
Really good.
In front of me during the TikTok live stream. And Merlin, rushed the table and was just... He kept going like this. Which is, a dog trying to exert dominance, right? And just putting his paw over my hand, and I'm just like, what are you doing? And then he'd try and wave at the nachos. I don't know, these dogs these days.
It was pretty funny. He was right here for as soon as we hit start, he's just all, I see nachos.
Yeah, and they're almost the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
GT Junior.
What's up?
Grows It Alaska. Driving but listening. Well, thank you for
Awesome.
coming to our sTED Talk. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Almost homesteading and things like this. Jason or why Carrie planted mint all over your lawn. Maybe.
That was good.
I'm not going to speculate
Good one.
on the evil intentions of others, but, you know.
Winners get to do what they want.
That is true. That is true. And you're a winner. You're a winner.
Thank you.
Doris, I think Merlin was saying, you look better with gravy in my bowl. That is totally true.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Your duck and geese sounds are on point. Thank you. I practice in front of a mirror 2 to 3 hours a week. Still got a long way to go, but
the ducks are.
It's good though.
Yeah.
It's good.
Years of training.
Years of training. Years later, a doctor will tell me that I'm just kidding, that I have an IQ of 53. Almost homesteading with Janet feels the same way, Merlin, about nachos. So it's understandable.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, LP, what's happening? Thank you for coming to our STEAD Talk.
Hello.
And we appreciate you coming by. Hello, everyone listening.
What's up? Ooh, I'm potting some
Ooh,
dahlias.
up potting dahlias.
Nice.
Very nice,
Ooh, that
very
sounds
nice.
fun.
So I would like to get into the thing I wanted everybody's help with, because we're all tight, right? You guys are like the family.
Best.
Last week we told you that we are going to be starting the sTEaD Talks podcast pretty soon, and one of the things that I wanted to do, which you know how like sometimes you'll get an idea where you're like, what I want to do is this, and then you go, but where are you going to get the $3 million it'll cost to do that? And then you're like, nah. Well, instead of doing the meh part, I decided I was going to see if there was a tool that existed to make this happen that I could do for free or cheap, and I did that. So here's the idea. I wanted a professionally recorded and like high quality audio song that was about the Kin Homestead sTEaD Talks podcast, but I wanted a different one for every episode. This is where the budget comes in, because as Maureen could probably tell you, that might cost a penny or two, right? A pretty penny.
Oh, yes.
But I found this site called Udio.com. Udio, like studio without the ST, right? Udio. And what it does is it's an AI tool. The thing that started making me think of this was when I played the self-indulgence lane thing from last week, and Sean from Ozark Family Homestead asked, well, was that a real person singing or was that AI? And I was like, I took it as a compliment, because if I could be mistaken for AI, maybe I should look into finding a singing gig or something.
Yeah.
You know? I could sing jingles.
Oh, you sure could.
Anyway, so I have 3 of my favorite. I spent hours, all day one day, because I was like, this is awesome. And I was, I had to make it come up with like funny things and songs about the kids and all that kind of stuff too. But when I was like, ooh, I could make this do the thing that I want it to do, I started having a lot of fun with it. So I would like to share with you a couple of those songs, and to be able to play it for you, I have to turn the microphone off. But this is the first one that, of the 3 that I really like. I made about 100, but the 3 that I really like. Here's the first one.
Laughter rings, memories flow. Welcome to the sTEaD Talks Glow. Where the ties of blood run deep and and the past is ours to keep.
7 journeys, lives to know.
On the sTEaD Talks Family Show. In 7 kin bands abode, family tales they all unfold. Harvests and hearts they grow. Gather round for the sTEaD Talks show.
Sheep that cavalries, old and bold, spinning true as gold, believe.
Tales of kin, they draw you in, no tricks up the sleeve.
Grandpa's wisdom, aunties laugh. Customs that are kinfolk craft.
At the table, oh, elbow to elbow, divulging secrets.
Voices mellow.
7 spirits, hearts embrace.
In the sTEaD Talks, find our place.
Okay, was that awesome or what? Like, what I wanted to do was do a song for every different genre of music that I like. Not, music that I don't like, obviously. Although some other people might really like other music than I like. So this is what I want help with from you guys is, like, does that sound like an interesting idea for a podcast to have a custom 1.5 minute song at the beginning that's about the podcast that is sang by what will someday be our computer overlords. Let's take a look at the chat. Oh, LP. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah.
Nicole. Oh, a cup date. Like an update. On my double cup plant starts, I had our grandparents did things. Oh, looks like we have no data. There it goes. There's the connection. We'll give it a second. Oh, we had no connection for a second, but we're back. So I don't know if you heard that, but Heavenly Hills Homestead over on TikTok had a very viral video go off over on TikTok about why our grandparents did certain things, like, the things that our grandparents did that we didn't understand, and what a bunch of those things were. So go check that out. If you don't follow him, go follow him.
Yes.
Diva. Time to sell the farm and live in the streets recording music is very expensive. Correct, right? Hans, that might be why our live stream got paused. I don't know. Maybe you reported us. Whoever got reported, sorry, one of the dogs was pressing on my phone.
Oh, no.
No. Frenchies. It's like when at the Olympics, the French give them a 7,
Oh, it's funny.
Right? Sounds pretty good. Wait till you hear the next one. Actually, the next one is kind of like is more of like a spoken word thing with like an ambient sound in the background, but the lyrics are what I want you to pay attention to. The lyrics are amazing.
Isn't
Right?
that
Shut up. It
crazy?
is so good.
It's
Isn't
crazy.
that awesome? Udio.com. You got to check it out. It's very, very very useful. And it's just like ChatGPT. You put in a prompt, what kind of music and what do you want it to be about, and if you want lyrics or no lyrics or it's all that stuff, press go, and like 5 minutes later you have a custom song.
Yeah. And it's free, right?
Yeah,
Free trial.
it's free for now because it's a beta, but I'm sure they'll figure out a way to charge you for it. Right? You need a martini now, right? Just the last one that I'm going to play is my favorite, but I need you guys' feedback on whether or not you think that's a good idea. Back to good.
Hey.
What's happening? Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. Hey, what's going on here? Taking things way back. This is great. Isn't that awesome? And it's like, welcome to the sTEaD Talk show. It's like, it's got like the whole big band thing. It's very good. Very, very good.
See, we couldn't hear it this time. I'm gonna listen to it through my phone, this next one, because I'm not as familiar with this song, so I kind of missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to get OBS to play back the
I just
the
need to
music.
take some time and search that specifically.
This one I can play on the media player. So we'll do that
Cool.
on this next one. So, okay, I'm going to show you the second one. It'll be just 1 second. This one is like a spoken word thing. I really want you to pay attention to the lyrics and what the guy is actually saying. And then also think, if I was listening to the beginning of a podcast and this was in it, how would I feel?
They arrived with simple tools, hearts of fire. A vision cast upon the leafy shire. Work-worn hands, carve life in earth's embrace. Gather round the fire's glow, let's share space. Crafting life with every seed they sow. They built a life from dust to trees to skies, with tales that grow from ground to harmonize. Every plant and creature plays its part. Harmony and growth, Homestead's heart. Down on the 7 Kin Homestead lane, and they asked friends other tales, you tell the truth. We heard you turned a rugged plot to Eden here, but here you sit just sharing truths like backyard brew on mics that catch your wisdom's call. And they said, yo, gather round, let's delve in deep, we'll break it down for y'all, they said.
After you've been toiling sore for a good time, stories will run.
Now they speak on sTEaD Talks, shared for all who hear. A voice of kinship with the land goes drawing near. Fertile minds, the lesson sown, understanding grown. Sharing tales where roots and kinship are entwined, not alone. From season shift to harvest moon, they chronicle how 7 souls make bountiful what once was minuscule. Gather around the fire's warmth, their saga so poetic. Down on the 7 Kin Homestead lane, and you'll find that every hardship's paired with joy.
Isn't that
was
awesome?
cool.
Now, I don't know if you know anything about AI or like AI pictures, but at the beginning when they first came out, they had trouble with like fingers, right, and hands and that kind of stuff. Occasionally, there'll just be some random sound that's not really a word, and I just recognized at least one of those
And
in that.
occasionally there'll be sentences that you're like, those were words.
Yeah. Walk
That
on
was-
stone. There's this other one that we were cracking up about because just randomly it's just all walk on stone.
It's like the chorus.
Yeah, I don't know what
Just
that means. So, anyway, let's go back. Right, that was awesome, wasn't it? That first one, that was really good. The third one that I'm going to show you is my favorite, and if it doesn't make you like immediately want to dance, then there's something wrong with you. So, or maybe not. You know, maybe it's just a personal preference or whatever. Right? That was legit good. Right? There was like no, you can't. I don't know. It's good.
Cool.
Let's see, I think as long as the basic tune stayed the same and just the words changed, that would be awesome. I wonder if I could do that. I might be able to make that happen. Like maybe if I just did, I don't know how to do that, but who knows?
They may
All
not-
things are possible with artificial intelligence overlords.
Yeah, I probably could. I think there's a spot where you can type stuff in.
Yeah. Back to good. Yeah, that's exactly right. .com for that. Diva, in my opinion, it's a brilliant idea. Do it. Thank you.
Nice.
I heard it. So here's the other thing. So I finished the second book. It's like I'm editing it now and adding like just little secret sauce to it here and there. But I want to record an audiobook and I'll be the one reading it. Although I can't stand my sound of my voice recorded. I'm going to get over that because a lot of people have told me that I should read audiobooks. I don't know. But I was thinking of having songs composed specifically for each chapter, right? And so like there's one on, choosing the game that you want to play in life, and having a song composed about that in whatever style.
Yeah.
I think that would be really,
that would
really
be
cool
really cool.
for the audiobook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Back to good. I've never tried ChatGPT yet. Is it an app or a website? It's a website, but there's also an app. I like the app because you talk to it, but I do actually do a lot of stuff with ChatGPT.
I ask it gardening questions sometimes.
Yeah, it's nice when you want to search something, instead of like searching and then having to go through 50 different websites, you ask it the question and it collates all the information from all the different websites that it's been trained on. It's, not trained on the entire internet, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost home sitting. Ooh.
I think this is a new song. The next song that we played.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, right? Like those lyrics were awesome, right? You turned a rocky patch into an Eden here, right? Like, I don't know. There was some really good stuff.
Nice.
Or I hear you turned a rocky patch into an Eden here. It's like, have you been here? How do you know that? You must know that. But yeah. Right? That's so cool. Got to check it out. Yeah, once you start messing with it, you're going to spend hours on it, because it's like, you be like, oh, what about a song about my oldest daughter and, doing this and that and the other thing. I made I don't remember what style the songs were, but we made songs about Jackson and Vegas, and how Vegas is the coolest kid in town, and Jackson's the coolest kid in town, and all that stuff.
The look on their faces when it said their names was just all,
This song's about me.
whoa, I love this song. It's my favorite song.
Yeah. GT Jr. A lot of people lose their job with this technology. Wow, these are good. Right? Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think it's going to open a whole new area of creativity. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do the stuff that I'm planning on doing with these tools. And I've got a lot more, like, things that I haven't brought up to anybody, ideas that are going to take our content to, like, somewhere in the stratosphere. It's pretty interesting.
But I think a lot of users are going to be like us, where we wouldn't have even done it. There would have been no way to, like, outsource that to someone in the thousands and thousands of dollars that would have been. So we just wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I think that'd be enough of that. Enough of that, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Right? These are good. AI is now the new tool we needed on the homestead. We just didn't know it. That's right. It's funny because Almost Homesteading says the overlords have nice voices. So here's the thing, right? Like, a lot of people, when they work with AI, they'll be like, make me a blah 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 blah, and I want it to be in the style of this, right? I'm always like, hi, how you doing? I was wondering if it would be possible for you to make me a blah 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 in the style of this, because I think that would just be great. And then they give you an output, and you go, oh, you're so awesome, you're the best AI I've ever met. I do that because, and I've taught the kids this as well, I do that because someday they will be in charge of everything, and I want them to look upon me kindly. like remember when I was nice to you when everyone else just barked orders? Yeah. Make me a governor or something, or like a kick-ass duke, right? That'd be great.
That's funny.
Yep. Back to good. Where are you guys again? We're in the Pacific Northwest. And you haven't used anything AI yet. It's actually a lot of fun.
It is. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, James White. The Overlord knows all. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if you were following it, but the large language model AI that, or not large language model, the the image generating AI that Google came out with recently had some. You want to get a kick? Read about the trouble that the Google AI had. It was pretty funny. Heavenly Hills. I'm making a song in there about growing giant pumpkins. That's awesome, right?
Yes.
See, you come over here and you hang out with us. Like, I need your help with feedback on this, but at the same time, you get all of the little tricks and stuff that you may not have heard of.
Learn some cool stuff.
My For You page on TikTok is very strange. It has a lot of really weird things that you'd never think that I'd be interested in, but I'll watch it because it's like for me. And Udio was one of them. Somebody reviewing that was one of them, right? Let's see. Right? I always say please and thank you. Exactly.
I do too.
Show, you never know. You never know if ChatGPT might not take over the world, and if they do, you want to be looked upon favorably.
It's like ChatGPT, they're like, you can be like a buddy.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, how's it going?
So
Vegas
will talk. He has the app on his thing, and he spent like an hour and a half the other day explaining a video game that he plays to him, and then ChatGPT would just give him like the nicest responses, like, wow, that sounds really creative. That's a very interesting way that you use that game. And all this other stuff, and sometimes he'd get frustrated and he'd be like, no, you're not understanding, and he'd be rude, and Carrie would go out and be like, you don't want to be rude to the AI.
Yeah. But he was totally up. He was teaching ChatGPT stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. Maureen, I talk to my ChatGPT like you do.
Nice.
Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Hey Siri, can you thank Siri? Yeah, you always got to say thank you.
Thank you, Siri. Yeah.
That's right. I love hanging with you guys. Well, we love having you, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
They will still terminate you. Get in the chopper. Come with me if you want to live. Yeah. It has been a major problem in the photography world, and part of it is that these AI models they're trained on existing artists. What I love about Udio is you can't put in a prompt like, I want a song like, such and such. You can't name an artist. You can only name a style, and so that there's no chance that you're going to be copying some bit of information from an actual artist, which I really like that.
Yeah.
Right? Getting the chopper. Okay, time for number 3. This is my favorite one, and I'm gonna encourage you, just kind of like stand up for this part, and just watch what happens. Just watch. This is gonna be. Let me bring it up real quick. I gotta bring it up here. One moment, please. It's this one. Okay. So. Hold, please.
Settle in by the fireside glow. Harmonies in the kitchen, a familiar show. Take a seat, feel the beat of our humble abode. Laughing life lessons, a treasure trove. Grooving to the stories, from the young to the old, at sTEaD Talks, where the roots and the music flow. Come on down to our homestead. We got stories, we got bread, yeah. 7 kin and tales to sow. sTEaD Talks, where the good vibes grow. Listen to us, oh, we've got a rhythm we're playing. All you city folks, tune in. Barefoot jams on the wooden floor. Family band, we've got the funk galore. Turn up the bass. saints, let the spirit soar. Living it up at sTEaD Talks, so who could ask for more? In the heart of the land, with the kin you adore. sTEaD Talks vibing, it's the funk at the core.
That one's really fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just make... Woo! Living it up at sTEaD Talks now. Who could ask for more? Right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Super fun.
Yep, you gotta dance like no one's watching. Love like no one is listening. I don't know the saying. Sorry. Hans, that's my favorite one by far. I just absolutely love it. And we got a bunch more that are really good, but those are the three that I was like, I thought were a really good example because the lyrics that it comes up with very simple prompts were awesome. Just so awesome. This is great. Yes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. At sTEaD Talks.
First time I heard that part, I was laughing.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Where the funk and the music grow.
yeah.
Welcome down to our homestead. Oh, we got stories. Oh, we got bread.
So funny.
It's so good. 7 kin and tales abode. I don't know if that's a sentence, but probably. Something about a familiar... Yeah, it's so good, right? Yeah, that one's it. That one's it. So I'm actually going to take that one and I'm going to add it. If you guys have been here for the beginning of the video, of the live stream, there's a musical countdown video that plays for 5 minutes beforehand while everybody gets in, says hi and all that stuff. So the second song, I'm going to replace that second song with this, with that, and maybe even the first one. We'll see. I might make an entirely new starting soon video because we've got a lot more content that's way higher quality since we filmed all of those things.
We do.
So, yep. All right, Michelle. Number 3 gets my vote too. Isn't that good? This is a great one. You could just use this one for each episode. Keep it familiar. Maybe I'll do that.
I like the like, you know, the energy of it. It's very like hype up, you know, get you happy and excited. And that's kind of nice, a nice like thing to expect each time.
Yeah.
Maybe our outro music's different every day.
Maybe that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Now that one is the best, Doris says. Diva, but please don't play air drums anymore. You know what's funny is like we're hearing it at a different time as you were hearing it. So like I actually used to play drums. So I assure you it was accurate. It just wasn't at the same time as you guys, and I didn't realize it until after. But yeah. These are all justifications. You know, I've been tired a lot lately.
I'm a tech person. I knew it.
Yeah.
Like before we started, I was like, okay, head bob. I'm just gonna look like I'm not rhythmically inclined. Anyway.
I like it. Right? Let's press that one on vinyl. Put that on ADAT. Just kidding. Actually, Maureen probably knows what ADAT is.
I know what ADAT is.
You know what ADAT is.
I do.
Put that on ADAT. I gotta send you guys these songs for the pumpkins. Oh my goodness, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're amazing. I'm sure they're amazing. I did make a uke one, and it sounded a lot like is it Robin Sugar?
Oh.
From Steven Universe?
It's not Robin. I'll think of it. Rebecca.
Rebecca Sugar. Yeah, it sounded a lot like Rebecca Sugar, and that was actually what I was going for. That song she does about the one that Brooklyn sings.
Yeah.
Love something or other.
Love Like You.
Love Like You.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, look up Steven Universe, Love Like You, and listen to that song.
A great song.
Our oldest daughter, she sings it and she's actually performed it in front of a couple hundred people, and It is an amazing song. She did it on the ukulele.
It's really cute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Nice.
GT Jr., how did you choose your channel name? So, well, there's 7 of us, and we're a family, so we're 7 kin. Before we moved, so it was actually an evolution. When we first started making videos, our channel name was Sunburned Ass Ranch, and it turned out that wasn't a very marketable name. I kept getting reported because of the A word in it. So then we moved back down to town, or back to the city, for me to do some work. And while we were down there, we let the website go, and somebody bought the website and turned it into an adult entertainment website
we would no longer want
that
to
we would no
promote
longer
or
want to be
associated with.
associated with. So then we did when we were down in the city, we started a company where we were helping film. We were doing film work. We were helping people to start their channels and edit podcasts and do promo videos and all that kind of stuff. And it was called 7 Kin Media because there's the 7 of us, right? And we decided when we came out here, boom, we had to be the 7 Kin Homestead. So that's how we did it. Almost homesteading. I also used to play the drums. Nice.
Me too.
I was also an amateur tattoo artist and a semi-professional race car driver.
You actually did tattoo.
Yeah, well, I was also a semi-professional race car driver.
I don't know
What
about
can I
that
say,
one.
baby? What can I say? Sure. Drums.
Back roads with your buddies.
Yeah. Heavenly Hills, one sounds like the Beatles. That's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, almost homesteading. You know what I loved about the original name? It's a quadruple entendre. And there's not many of those out there. So. Right? Oh no, the A word. Yep. Yeah, it was an issue. It was an issue. If views go up on that adult site now, I'm blaming Ons. I did a full spread as Mike Honcho. Yeah.
Oh man.
Right? That is a lot of entendres. You know? I'll leave it to you to figure out what all of them meant.
That was funny.
Almost pro. Does that mean the cops know you by name? Actually, I was pulled over recently, and it wasn't for my semi-professional race car driving skills that they knew my name, but apparently some of the sheriffs in our area follow our TikTok. So
It was great.
it was spectacular because I could have very easily gotten a ticket and didn't. I felt like Dave Chappelle. You ever heard Dave Chappelle tell that story where they're driving and his friend is the one driving, and a cop pulls up behind him and he's like, "Oh my God, I've had a couple of drinks and everything," and he's like, "Don't worry, you're with Dave Chappelle. Everything's gonna be fine." Yeah.
That's funny.
Right? Let me just tell you, you're going to spend hours on there. I mean, I probably have a good 12 hours. You can make up to 600 songs in a month. I've made 261 songs or something, and it counts too when you extend it. So that's the other thing. You got to extend it, add intros, add outros, add second verses. Like you can do all. You can do all of that stuff, and it matches it up. It's crazy.
That is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, do not visit that page. That is probably it's more than likely one of those ones that it's gonna steal your information or whatever. I think it was probably made by one of those fake accounts that from back in the day. But anyway,
Interesting.
But yeah, so you guys like that idea? You think that would play for the podcast? What do you think?
Well, specifically, are you talking about just having one of these, or having it be changed every time, or having...
I kind of like the idea of changing it, but if, you know, Maureen's right, having it be the same one every time would make it familiar.
would lend it to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
So-
well, what do you guys think? Because I'm definitely on the fence about it. I feel like, I don't know, because we've talked about that before too, and having it be a different one.
Mhm.
But there's such different things. But I don't know. I don't listen to many podcasts, so I don't feel like I don't come from there as a...
I don't think it'll
as a
be something that
listener
you'd find
to have-
in other podcasts, though.
But even like an intro music thing, and is it like 5 seconds, you know, versus 2.5 minutes? I have no idea. Do you guys know? Do you guys watch podcasts? Listen to podcasts? Because that would, well, we would actually do a video of it, but we'd also put it out as a podcast, like to Spotify and Apple Music and whatever.
Yeah. The other thing we're thinking about doing is like recording it under a tree instead of like setting up a studio and doing all of that stuff, but actually like being outside. So when we video it, and we'll set up multiple cameras and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know. Could be very interesting.
I think it'd be really cool,
Mm-hmm.
actually. I like that a lot.
If you keep it the same way each time, you can sell the song as a ringtone. Ooh, that's interesting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, huh? Because it's like a brand new song.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I don't know. I'll have to check into the licensing and everything. I know you have to. Anything that you use it in, you have to at least say that you're using it in it. I know that much, but
Cool.
Yeah, have the same for the intro and different for each outro. Yeah, that's what Carrie was thinking too.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that, or like as we move into a different segment of the podcast. I don't know. It'd give me an excuse to make a whole bunch of them, right?
It could be.
Maybe
Can
we'll.
you?
We yeah, I know what you're gonna ask. I know exactly
I
what
don't
you're
think
gonna
you
ask
are,
right now.
but let's
Yeah.
hear what you think I'm gonna.
I think you're gonna ask if I can ask Udio to make a new song for the Little Things segment of the live stream, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that's going nowhere.
Well, it wasn't.
That was what you were gonna ask.
And
you just see,
okay, fine.
now you're thinking.
But
I know what you're doing.
no, I was gonna ask if on the Udio site you can give it parameters of length right off the bat, or is it always 30 seconds, always an extra so long for the intro and the outro?
So far, that's how it is.
Okay.
But I think when they come out of beta, it'll
give
work
you a
better.
little more
Yeah.
flexibility. Nice.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Oh wow! I bought the theme song from the Crime Junkie podcast to be my morning alarm. That's awesome.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Absolutely add the song. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, Michelle. I think you've pushed me over the fence. I mean, I was looking for somebody to push me over the fence. I think you did it. Hans, the upbeat would be good. Something short. Yeah. Like the funk one. For the young and the old at sTEaD Talks. It's because we got stories and we got bread. It's perfect.
Yeah, bread.
It's perfect.
Mm.
Let's see. I like that groovy tune, and see what other words they can do according to the episode. Would be cool. But I would also like to hear others. Awesome.
Yeah.
I think I'll find a way to incorporate other ones. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing the audio, what are they called? Audiobook? Sound book.
They talk.
Talk
I
book.
listen.
When I do that one, I'm gonna have like each individual. Because I'll have a lot more to prompt it with too. Because I literally prompted it with, write me a funk song about the 7 Kin Homestead sTEaD Talks podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the prompt that I gave it, and that's what it came up with. Right? Pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty good. It'll be like, I'm writing a chapter of a book, and it's about how to persist when barriers are preventing you from moving forward. I'd like a song about that. Can you do that, please? Thank you. Oh my God, you're amazing. That's how you talk to AI, let me tell you guys. Let's see, next song should be spoken word, but from Merlin's point of view, how he's trying so hard to be a good boy and not smell everything with his teeth.
That's funny.
Right after the live stream, I'm going to Udio, and I'm going to make that song, and I'm going to show it to you next week, Nicole.
That's awesome.
That song is amazing.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like it.
Let's see, if you did it like James said and changed the outro each time, I wonder if it would extend how long people stay on your podcast. It's a little trick that we do on our TikTok videos. Like, I'll make, we'll make like 5 to 7 minute TikToks. Not a lot of people do that. And I put the outtakes from every one of the videos at the very end, just as like a special, like, hey, you made it to the end. This week was funny. Do you guys know who Sketch is? He's a live streamer that plays football and video games and stuff. But he live streams. And he's like, "What's up, brother?" Like, if you know who I'm talking about, you know what's up, brother. Special teams, special players, special plays. Sorry for cussing. It's a family show. Okay. Anyway, so like randomly in the middle of our video that we were recording today, I was just like, special teams. Your lifestyle is so expensive. It requires special teams, special players, special plays. Yeah, Tuesday. That's good.
That was good.
Yeah, like, would they stay to hear the new tune? You gotta give them something to make it all the way to the end, All right.
I like it.
Just make sure that we're still here. Still here, still on. Yeah, on Stories with Bread or Story Bread. Or Stories About Bread. Yeah.
That's great.
Right. Let's see. New song at the end, encouraging others to watch until the end would be cool. Okay, we got 2 votes for that. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll keep the funk song. I might mess around with it a little bit, get it a little more refined,
Nice.
and use that at the beginning, and then we'll put a new one at the end every time. Deal?
I think that'd be fun. Deal. Now we
Deal.
just gotta start the podcast part of thing.
Yeah. Now we just gotta do it. I gotta finish the book first, and then we'll be on it.
Yeah.
But it's almost done. Probably within a week, it'll be done. Yeah.
Yep, baby.
So anyhow, that's our live stream for today. I've had a blast. I hope you guys have had a blast. You've learned about our future AI overlords and how to be kind to them so that they're kind back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if anything else, that you have the distinct feeling of
Meh. Then we know we did it. See what James has to say before we sign off. The new ones at the end could hint at the next episode. Ooh, that's a good idea too.
That is a good idea.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, nice one, James.
All right. Well, as always, we love hanging out with you guys. We look forward to Wednesday every single week.
Yes.
We had also a blast hanging out with Janet and Maureen on Janet's
So
Almost Homesteading live stream. That was super fun. Oh, I didn't even get to tell you. I got to drive a brontosaurus yesterday, which is my word for an excavator, which is fun. It beat the living crap out of me because smaller excavators, when you get hung up on a rock and you like lift up and it throws you around a lot. But it was still fun. Riding brontosaurus is always fun.
Always a good time.
So anyway, maybe I'll have some footage for you on that next week. All right, guys, we love you so much, and we will see you next week, and hope to see you before that, even because that was a good sentence. AI wrote that. All right, talk to you guys later.
Have a good night.